Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and being a producer of Wrestle Massacre as well as Inside Movies Galore, I am David Streggy, and welcome to Delusions of Grandeur. Enjoy the reviews. I certainly did.
Okay, Dave, that's it. Screw you and your college flunkies. I've had enough of this from you and from everyone else. I know what you guys are trying to do. Break me down, drive me out of the force. Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so fuck you. Over.
Did you miss me? I guess not.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Delusions of Grandeur. My name is David Streggy, and here I have another review for you. This one, this time, is for the year 1969. It is a film called Topaz, and it is an Alfred Hitchcock film, and it is based on a book by Leon Uris, of the same name. I do not know as far as like what kind of shall I say awards or anything like that. I'm just going to give you my surmise of this film, what I think it's about, and then tell you my thoughts. So the film stars Frederick Stafford, Danny Robin, John Vernon, Karen Dorr, Michael Piccoli, Philip Noiret, Claude Jade, Michael Subur, Per Axel Arasenius, Roscoe Lee Brownie, Edmund Ryan, Sonja Koltoff, Tina Hedstrom, John Vernon, John Van Dreelen, and Donald Randolph. Let me just get to the bottom of it. So apparently, the Americans. This is an espionage film. So it must have been a espionage novel. I did not read the novel, so apparently the Americans are helping this family escape from their country to defect against the Russians on some plans that apparently are being perpetrated between the Cubans and the Russians. And it's interesting. We have a younger John Vernon who plays in my favorite film, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He plays a Rico Pera, who apparently is a military commander general who apparently has these papers that explain the military weapons that are being given to them by the Russians, or to the Russians. It's very possible that the two are planning something dangerous. And apparently in France, there is a agent by the name of Andre Devereaux, who is married, has a daughter, and that daughter has a newspaper journalist slash sketch artist for a husband, and um, apparently the American agent is very much good friends with Mr. Devereaux, and so he has him try to take pictures of these papers that are in Rico's possession. Um, and what he finds out scares him. So he ends up having to go to Cuba uh, once again to monitor and figure out some more on the situation. It's just that his wife at home kind of knows about a certain significant other that is in Cuba as well. And that would be Juanita de Cordoba. And she is a very beautiful young lady or woman who seems to be of the same age as um, his wife, and apparently she knows about their affair. So she's left him while he goes off to Cuba, and the woman helps him get some of the rest of the papers photographed and developed within her home. So, but as he was leaving, basically he was found out, told to leave if he was found with anything on him and whatnot. He would have all the shit confiscated, and because of because of Rico's relationship with Juanita, is why he kind of didn't do anything about the situation before he even left. And once they found out that Juanita was working against Castro, he ended up killing Juanita. But I think Juanita had some something to tell Andre before he left, and I believe it was to the fact that she was in fact pregnant with his child, but she was killed before that even happened. Now, that being said, I really enjoyed this film. It seemed like it was tough to put together. There were some very cool things that played out, very different roles. I like the idea of cloak and dagger kind of thing. I mean, there was a flower shop owner who ended up being the man who took like these pictures for Andre, and I like the fact that his son-in-law, who is the newspaper journalist slash um, sketch artist, who would sketch these really beautiful portraits of people, which kind of helped into the fray and into the mix. So it's kind of like he instilled in his family to help him out if he got in trouble, which apparently he did after the stuff that happened in Cuba, and his French intelligence people were unnerved and on edge because for the simple fact that he was working with the Americans, and he had to go and pussyfoot around with some of his French intelligence people to try to figure out who was whom, because apparently Topaz was a secret organization within the French national government that apparently had some higher ups, kind of like being like the go-between between the Russians and the Cubans, and they had moolah to back themselves up. So he had to ultimately figure out what the hell was going on and get some of these people off his case. Uh, in the end, ultimately, I guess things were accomplished, and it was an interesting film. So I guess my final thoughts on this film is that it was somewhat staccato. It was not as smooth as it may look. I mean, maybe it's because of how many places that it had to film around or in. But I do believe that um, the film accomplished what it needed. It wasn't a great film, but I think it was a very cool film to show us that men could be liaisoned into certain relationships to act as covers to get the information that they need to stop these ultimate powers that be do what they do. I mean, there are some very dangerous people out there, and the fact that he was able to get away from the situation without, letting on that he got the information that he did was even something in its own. And I think that there are men and women that work within this kind of a lifestyle that deal with this kind of shit every day. And the fact that it's not that far difference between love and war, I mean, there are things that are fought on the other side of warfare that people don't even know about. So this was a very tough situation, and I guess the fact that the evil guy got away is kind of how it often plays out to begin with. So, in any case, hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page if you have not. I thought it was interesting seeing John Vernon play someone who looks like a Cuban, especially knowing how how shall I say it, how transparent he is as Officer Mooney in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So in any case, just gonna see something here. So apparently some of the filming locations were in Frederiksberg, Denmark. So they actually did film in some of the places that they actually stated in the film, which is different. Weiss, Boston, Hessen, Germany. Place Gaillon, Paris, France. Some of the exteriors of the restaurant. Orly Airport, Orly, Val de Marne, France. So that was done at the Paris airport. New York Street, backlot, Universal Studios, 100 Universal City Plaza, Universal City, California. Some of it. Copenhagen, Denmark. Salinas, California, USA. Passage de la Visitation, Paris 7, Paris, France. Granville's House. St. Regis, Sheraton Hotel. 2nd East 55th Street, 5th Avenue. Manhattan, New York, USA. LaGuardia Airport, Queens, New York, USA. Denmark, Washington, District of Columbia, USA. Maryland, USA. Virginia, USA for location shooting. And Malibu, California, USA for the Clarettville Monastery. Germany, USA, and France. So, as far as that goes, as far as music, um, I noticed some of the music, and some of what's interesting is that there was a character in here by the name of Jarre, and the music composer for this film was in fact Maurice Jarre, and he lived from 1924 to about 2009. And he was a composer of Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Zhivago, Witness, Ghost. Definitely Beast at Bay, The Itchy Palm, Lovers on a Tightrope, Crack in the Mirror, Recourse and Grease, The President, The Big Gamble, Famous Love Affairs, Sun in Your Eyes, Therese, The Longest Day. um, and what's interesting is that this film was filmed in 1969, and it was set in 1962. Othello, a TV movie. King Without Distraction. Death, Where Is Your Victory? The Train, Behold a Perilous Horse. Weekend at Dunkirk. The Collector. Is Paris Burning? The Professionals. Gambit, Grand Prix. The Night of the Generals. Five Card Stud. The Fixer. Isadora. The Damned. This film. The Only Game in Town. El Condor. Ryan's Daughter. Plaza Suit, A Season in Hell, Red Sun, Pope Joan, The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean, The Effect of Gamma Rays, and Man in the Moon Marigolds, The Macintosh Man, Ash Wednesday, Grand Tour Nature, The Island at the Top of the World, Mandingo, Posse, Silence, The Man Who Would Be King, Mr. Sycamore, Shout at the Devil, The Message, The Last Tycoon, The Massage, Jesus of Nazareth, the TV miniseries, Crossed Swords, March or Die, Like a Turtle on Its Back, Two Solitudes, The Tin Drum, Winter Kills, The Magician of Lublin, The Black Marble, The American Success Company, The Last Flight of Noah's Ark, Resurrection, 1980. Shogun, the TV movie. Shogun, the TV miniseries. Enola Gay, The Man, The Mission, The Atomic Bomb. Lion of the Desert. Choo Choo and the Philly Flash. Circle of Deceit. Taps. Don't Cry, It's Only Thunder. Firefox, Young Doctors in Love. The Year of Living Dangerously, For Those I Loved. The Sky is No Limit, Samson and Delilah. Top Secret, Dreamscape. A Passage to India, Witness, I've mentioned. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. The Bride. Enemy Mine. Taipan, The Mosquito Coast. Solar Babies. No Way Out, Julia and Julia. Gabby, A True Story. Fatal Attraction. Distant Thunder, Wildfire, Moon Over Parador. Gorillas in the Mist, Chances Are, Prancer, Enemies, A Love Story, Solar Crisis, After Dark, My Sweet, Jacob's Ladder, Fires Within the Setting Sun, School Ties, Shadow of the Wolf, Mr. Jones, Fearless, A Walk in the Clouds, The Sun Chaser, Day and Night, Sunshine, I Dreamed of Africa, Uprising, a TV movie, and Who Killed Winter Kills, a video short documentary. So those are some pretty cool things that this director has accomplished, or composer, so to speak. So in any case, thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Appreciate your time spent here on the page. Definitely check out some of my other reviews. I mean, I thought that the relationship between him and his wife seemed real. and the fact that, in fact, it almost felt like it was staged, like they did it for spy reasons. But in any case, like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for listening. I enjoyed the film.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?